Pardon us, I believe you called for the CPD Special Support Section? There you are. Sorry to make you come all this way just for us. Long time no see, gang. Same to you. It's good to see you all again. Gantz, how have you been feeling? Not on drugs anymore, I hope? Oh, I'm holding up all right. No more side effects from that drug or anything. Thanks again for what you did for me back then. We're just glad you're doing well. So, about this request, we heard there are monsters in one of the town's old mines? That's right. There's a deserted mine just outside town. No one's been down there in decades. It's a bit of a long story. Why don't you all take a seat and make yourselves comfortable? I'll make us some tea. I want tea. The front gate was destroyed? Sure was. It may have been old, but it was pretty dang sturdy. One of our citizens passed by and discovered it in pieces. But it was perfectly fine just a few days ago. Whatever happened was in the last 48 hours. This is a real piece of work we're dealing with. I mean, who the heck do they think they are? Just going around breaking perfectly functioning doors. It's definitely troubling. So you went to check inside and found monsters roaming around? I can't imagine monsters keeping house inside a deserted mine is all that unusual. That's true, but there's more. What's strange isn't the monsters, it's the mine itself. The mine itself? It's hard to explain, but it was like the whole place was glowing faintly. The walls themselves were pulsing with this weird purple light. Are we entering Castle in the Sky? I'm down. Oh, that does sound strange. If the mine really is that old, then that means the light isn't being caused by some flickering orbital lamps either. But if not that, then what? It's concerning, to be sure. I agree, but other than the destruction of the gate, no other harm has been done. Right now, concern is as far as we're at. We know how busy you all are, so I hope you don't mind us asking for your assistance. I will definitely inspect the weirdly glowing mine. Not at all. We understand. The gate being destroyed alone makes this a case worth investigating. Let's check it out right away. Agreed. We should go see the situation for ourselves. Roger. Sounds like we've got a thrilling new case on our hands. Thank you, SSS. We're counting on you. Gantz, if you would be so kind as to show them inside. You got it, Mayor. I'll head there now. Come see me in front of the mine when you're ready. It's great to see he's doing so well. It is, thanks to all of you. Now, if only we could get him to go cold turkey on that gambling habit of his, too. I'm here to tell you that if that drug incident wasn't enough to make him go cold turkey on gambling, nothing will be. Nothing will be. He still blows all his mira on his days off at the casino. Some things never change. Well, it's his money. As long as he doesn't go overboard again, I think it should be fine. Anyway, the old mine is just outside town, right? Yes. Head down the mountain a bit, and it'll be northwest of the city, directly opposite the tunnel path. I don't know what's going on there, folks, so please, be careful. I don't think anything could be more annoying to me than those abyssal worms, so I think we'll be fine. Unless it's, in fact, more worms. Head down the mountain path to the clearing outside town. From there, you can travel northwest to reach the old mine. As of now, we have no idea why the gate was destroyed, nor what's going on inside. I urge you to proceed with the utmost caution. Is that it? Okay. That old deserted mine was still in use decades ago, back when Crossbell was embroiled in conflict. I was told that our elders had it closed up tight after it became too dangerous to go inside. It's bizarre to me that someone would want to break into that place now. Well, people are weird. It's baffling. There's probably something valuable in there. Okay, let's... Hold on. Can I go in this mine yet? Or no? Oh, I can. I can. Gantz has been so positive recently. It's a great change of pace from his usual grousing. I guess he's trying to make up for how much he worried all of us during that cult incident. He's my buddy though, so I've learned to accept him for who he is. Okay. I mean, I guess it is in fact his money, and as long as he's not out there doing drugs, making other people's lives more difficult, whatever. I'm concerned about the old mine outside town, but all we simple miners can do for now is just keep digging. Mayor Bixen and Gantz can handle it. The rest of us have got to stay focused on the task at hand here. A miner's gotta dig no matter what's going on outside. There's septium that needs excavating. Can I explore in here or no? Oh, I guess I can. This would be infinitely easier if I had that treasure chest locator thing. Oh, a book. Something about a car. If I had the treasure chest tracker thing. Okay, so I can't pick up that book yet. So I just need to remember that that book is here. Great. So there's a car book here, and the car book, I think, in the Haywards, I think is where the other one we saw was. Maybe. Maybe not. It's somewhere in the residential district. There are only like 5 houses. And it's definitely not the one that had the overcompensating car people. Oh, that's all we can explore in here. Okay. What about over here? I mine for my wife, heave ho. I mine for mines, heave ho. It's another day of smashing rock walls. Wouldn't change it for the world. I'm going to mine my heart out today, both for Loretta and for mines. Okay, and I can't go in here. It is locked. Then on to what we are supposed to be doing, I suppose. I forgot to unlock a feature on my SUV. Did I? Was I supposed to interact with it or something? We'll talk to the car when we get back. Nope, leave me alone. Hey, there you are. Yeah. So this is the place? That's the gate that was destroyed? It looks like it was cut clean through. Sure does. I can't fathom this being done by human strength, though. Anyhow, over here we have the entrance to the mine itself. That sure is ominous, and that's more than just faint glowing. The light, it really is there. How are they not more concerned about this? How very bewitching in an eerie sort of way. No doubt there are dangerous monsters lurking about in there. Yeah. How should we proceed, Lloyd? it might be a good idea to contact the Guardian Force if they can spare the manpower. You're right, calling in some extra backup never hurt anyone. You think it looks cool? Okay, then you walk in there, hope for the best. I value my life. No, first we should see how things are inside. We need to know what we're dealing with. Welcome to Stream Rants, I bet. Good luck in there. If it's more than we can handle alone, then we'll request the CGF support. What makes you think you could come back out? Request backup before you walk in, or at least let someone know you're walking into the death tunnel. Fair enough, roger that. Alright, I'd advise making sure we're really fully prepared before stepping in then. I mean, we're as good as we're gonna be. Protective helmet. I think that's just defense plus 15. That item's used, as in it used to be mine before you took it. Well, finders keepers. No, this one. Have a protective helmet, because I think you're the only one that still needs an item. I'm gonna save before I go into the secret tunnel. And then let's go try not to die. Once we start investigating the mine, we likely won't have time for anything else today. Should we begin? I'm pretty sure I've done everything else. Hold on. Take care of other business. I'm pretty sure I did everything else, right? Yeah. Unless there's another hidden quest that I don't know about, but there's nothing I can do with that. Whatever. Let's go. Step into the old mine. We're ready, Gantz. We'll start by giving things a quick once-over inside. Do you mind waiting here for us? No problem. Be careful, guys. If you think it's too dangerous in there, come back right away, okay? I don't think I'm gonna have that ability. The old mine. Certainly are a lot of mushrooms. Take a look at that. This is definitely not normal. They weren't exaggerating about the ground and walls glowing. There's also this strange feeling in the air. It feels heavy somehow. It could be that there are some traces of miasma inside the mine, which means the higher elements may be present among us. What? Wheezy, how could you tell? Yeah, I'd expect Tio to say something like that, but not you. I'm not as perceptive as she is, but I do have something of a sixth sense about these things. So, what do we do now? My intuition says that investigating further in will most definitely be dangerous. Maybe so, but... What was that? That sounds like... No. Everyone, get back. Is that a fuse? Is someone lighting a bomb? Rude. Holy mother of... He works in a mine where presumably they use TNT on a regular basis, so he should know what a fuse sounds like. And he just stood there next to the mine entrance while the sound of a fuse was going? Okay. What an idiot's name. Hey, you guys okay? Holler if you hear me, or are, like, alive. Dang it. I don't think I can shout through all this rubble. I have to go tell the others. Gans, are you out there? If you can hear us, say something. No good. It's completely caved in. But what caused it? I think I heard a strange noise right before it happened. So did I. How did you know it was about to collapse, Noelle? Right, about that. I caught a light whiff of gunpowder. That was what tipped me off. Gunpowder? That explains the faint burning smell in the air. Gunpowder is quite rare, though. People seldom use it these days. Though given how old this mine is, perhaps there were some leftover explosives that detonated. Conveniently at the entrance of the cave. I can't imagine that being the case. Something that hazardous wouldn't be left behind. I'm fairly certain we just walked into a trap. A trap? You're probably right. What else could it be? Now it makes sense. That would make the hissing Ellie and I heard sparks coming off of a fuse. Probably, yes. The detonation happened right after we came in, so it's likely someone wanted to keep us from retreating. Meaning they were watching us from nearby and triggered it remotely. But who would do such a thing? We have so many enemies at this point, it could be anyone. Wait, could it have been the same person who destroyed the front gate? That's the soundest theory I can think of. I don't know who we're dealing with, but they got us hook, line, and sinker. Lloyd with the fishing puns, of course. No way. Don't worry. We can still call for backup on our enigmas. Or baby died? The orbital signal must not be getting through. I read in the manual that it's difficult to connect in enclosed spaces like these. Well, that's just great. The good news doesn't stop, does it? It's out of our control. The best thing we can do for now is move forward. There may still be another exit out of this mine. Not to mention we'd be leaving ourselves vulnerable to another attack if we lingered around. You're right. For all we know, those explosives could have been detonated remotely. I suspect Gans must have gone to call for help. But if we're right where the culprit wants us, we are better off moving elsewhere. It's stay put or go in deeper, and both are less than ideal. We could very well be walking into another death trap. Never a dull moment with the SSS, is there? I guess we're not in too deep if your snark is still intact. There's no turning back now. Our mission is to pull together and escape this mine alive. Yes. Mais oui. Roger that. And Wazy is back to French. You can now use burst in battle. What is burst? Burst can be activated when the burst gauge is full and all 4 party members can act. The effect lasts until the gauge depletes. The gauge increases when attacking and decreases when attacked. Furthermore, a full gauge will eventually drop a level if left unused. Interesting. Activating burst. To activate, highlight the attack command and press the D-pad. Okay. Act instantly, no cast time, recover all ailments, interrupt enemy arts and crafts. Okay. Each chapter features climactic story events in which you will be able to use burst. When the burst gauge at the top right of the battle screen is full, you can select the burst command. Your party will then dominate the turn order until the gauge has been depleted. Where was this when I was fighting the stupid worms? Burst is so good, it sounds good. During this time, all allies will be cured of status ailments, receive a 20% boost to their attack power, and generate CP automatically. Where was this when I was fighting the worms, though? Furthermore, arts that would normally take time to cast will activate immediately. Additionally, the burst gauge is a reflection of your party's collective morale. It increases each time an ally attacks and fills more quickly when attacking consecutively via Team Rush. Conversely, the gauge will decrease when attacked by an enemy and go down by 1 level if burst goes unused for multiple turns, despite the gauge being at its maximum. Lastly, be aware that burst cannot be activated while 1 or more party members are knocked out. Information about burst has been added to the detective notebook.